Hey, y'all, this is the Riot Podcast. You just downloaded fun.
You might at first be thinking, I stumbled on the wrong channel. But
something's wrong with my phone.
No, that's still us.
It's us. So today in the podcast, there's a lot of food talk, which is different.
We thought we'd try something new for a Friday. We actually did another Riot food fight. I don't know if it makes its way into this.
Oh, of course it does.
But
of course.
The apple pie Oreo, we give a whirl.
Yeah, we do. And it all stems from the fact that we had planned on... it's like we weren't going to do it today, but Nikki and I went shopping. We went to Target, bought a stack of food.
We looked for pumpkin spice items to kind of do a pumpkin spice Riot food fight.
Yes.
And then we grabbed some fall items as well that didn't fall under the pumpkin. I actually found like there wasn't as much pumpkin spice as there was like caramel apple and other like fallish flavors. But it wasn't as much pumpkin as I thought.
It seemed to be a limited... Like, not a lot of pumpkin.
Maybe we weren't just in the right, like, we were just at Target, so maybe at a grocery store there'd be others.
Is it possible we were too early?
No.
See, I didn't think so either.
I don't think so.
It's
That
mid-September.
It's been out since spring.
So, well, in fairness.
You can watch us as we go and pick up those items for a Riot Skips Work. That's Radio U Riot on Facebook and Radio U Riot on YouTube. Subscribe to both if you could.
Mm-hmm. So you guys enjoy that. Of course, in the podcast, as I said, lots of... Food, but also Nikki's got an iPhone X guy.
10.
Twitter followers. You have 10 iPhone guys?
10, a 10 person.
National Double Cheeseburger Day, John Wick 3, and the Sucker Lady. You'll see. So,
Good stuff. Good
stuff. It's what you're here for.
You are welcome.
So you guys enjoy the podcast. We'll enjoy our weekend. And as you are finding us on Facebook and YouTube, I'll also tell you, if you're into it, I think I'm going to be streaming some Destiny 2 this weekend. So if you want to spend some time with me and the Guardians, that's what we're going to do. So have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
You don't have to apologize unless you've done something wrong.
Well, I'm sorry. I can't even think straight right now.
This is the worst of the riot. We're very, very sorry.
Now, nobody's telling you how to live your life.
No one is telling you what to do.
But I'm telling you that you can watch the Riot live their life.
If you want to.
Yesterday, Nikki and I went to Target, and we shot video, and no one kicked us out, which is great.
You can watch it on Radio U Riot, our Facebook page. We actually just did a Facebook Live event.
We did.
Or you can see that if you want on our Radio U Riot YouTube channel. So we got some treats for upcoming food fights.
No. That's
Is that not the right word?
We bought half the store. That's the accurate way to describe.
Only the pumpkin side of or the fall flavor of the store.
I want you, it's 2 bags.
Oh, is it?
Okay,
I don't think I got that.
All right, let's just go down a little bit of the list here. I got pumpkin spice rolls, which, oh, honey.
I still think we've had those, but I don't care. I think we can have them again.
Pumpkin spice Oreos, which that was one we just could not figure out if we had eaten those before. Caramel apple-filled milk chocolate Hershey's.
Those I feel sound really good.
They're apple-shaped and they have caramel in them. Let's see. White pumpkin pie M&Ms.
That sounds good.
Which someone was asking about those on Facebook, and I couldn't remember if we had
got
found
them
those
or
or
not.
Yeah. And then we got cookies and scream M&Ms.
Those are like the cookies and cream versions.
Pumpkin Spice Delight Gourmet Gum. And guys, just to be clear, that's
just the first box.
That's the first bag.
I felt like we needed to separate them from like pumpkin to fall flavors.
Oh, gosh, this smells so good. That's not right. That's not right. Okay, fall party cakes.
Those are like tasty cakes sort of things. Those look really good.
I want one of those right now. Let's see, apple pie Oreos.
Those are out.
These, which we had never heard of, the Waffle Works salted caramel waffles.
Now, that's not anything like fall flavored. We just saw them on the end cap going in. We just thought, well, maybe we'll just eat those to snack on.
Gosh, the smell. You know what the smell is? It's these fall party
tasty cakes things.
Oh, my gosh. Hershey's candy corn. Snack size.
That sounds good.
And then s'mores candy corn.
See? That's a reasonable amount.
That also smells pretty good.
Hardly anything there.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, the bags almost broke as I was carrying them in, but it's not.
Did we ever get a total for everything?
I think I might have
the receipt
right here.
I'm tempted to think we should take a picture of the receipt so people know how much we spent.
$27.91.
That's actually not bad at all. I was afraid we were in the $50 or $60 category.
Okay, if you wanted the truth,
I was so afraid.
I actually had a similar thought.
I was like, oh no.
I actually thought, I was like, man, I'm going to hang my head if I have to walk back in there and be like, no, we only spent $50
on food and fall and pumpkin festivities. But no, that's not bad at all. Some of it was on sale, and I don't think we realized it.
Yeah, I thought it was. It was on sale. We were there. We were shopping a sale.
We were. There was a lot of sales.
For $28, that's
we
a lot of candy.
got a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of candy.
If you think about it, we're all set through at least the first part of the fall.
Like first week of October, you're thinking?
I think so. And then we need more stuff.
We're gonna have to hide some of these things. I feel like leaving these bags of food in a room full of DJs is us to come back and find them open and it's like a little bit taken.
So are we gonna try a few things today, or what do you want to do?
Seems like we should try at least one thing. I mean, I know we had a food fight yesterday, but I feel like
we should do one more. How about maybe the apple pie Oreos?
Okay.
Since that's or do you want the...
If you want to.
Is there something else you want?
No, I just, anything you mention, I feel temptation creeping in. Like
those have been out for a few weeks and they're selected to this time. It's not really a pumpkin fall thing, so why don't we try those later?
You know what? That feels good. Temptation come my way.
Why don't we have some Oreos later? Why don't we?
Why not? No, Nikki, we really shouldn't.
Having a bad day? Blame the Riot. Everyone else does. And in fairness, it's probably their fault. Radio U.
So, Nikki, you said there was a little message for us?
Yes, thank you. Okay, so David texted us, and he wanted to let us know it is today National Double Cheeseburger Day. So how will we be celebrating? Well, David, you should have contacted us earlier this morning before we got in here.
That's exactly right.
I don't know how, but a tweet or something.
And can you imagine if on the way in I picked us up a couple of double cheeseburgers for breakfast?
Okay. No one would have been angry. No one.
Okay, at 5 a.m., where can you get a cheeseburger? Now,
the Steak and Shake?
Yeah. Now, see, the Steak and Shake, there's a Steak and Shake not far from our studios, and they're supposedly open all night, except when they're not. And because...
Don't tell the owner, but someone's not doing 24 hours.
I've gone there and tried to get breakfast and had them be closed.
We could have done McDonald's.
They don't do burgers this early. They'll do breakfast, but not burgers. See, Nikki,
but it's double cheeseburger day.
I know the answers to these questions because I've tried to get cheeseburgers at 5 a.m.
Does any of us have any hamburger meat?
Well, we could cook it up. I mean, that's not a problem. We've got an oven with a range stovetop.
You know how gas stations do roller dogs? Do they have like roller hamburgers?
They do. They look like...
Oh, because they're probably boiled and stuff.
That's what those things are. Like the rollers that look like somebody and then they put it on the roller. That is a ground beef. It's a ground beef stick.
Well, and plus we need a double cheeseburger. So we need to find more than enough stuff for us. So thank you, David, again for the heads up. Next time, a little bit earlier. Not saying we could have made something happen today.
You know, I had a single cheeseburger for dinner last night. And...
Well, it was National Double Cheeseburger Eve, so you should only have a single.
Well, you find yourself wondering, though, should I have just gone all the way?
Yeah.
And
Tammy
both?
Just texted. Thank you, Tammy. Grill them. Now, here we are working.
We have a grill.
But we are working during the show. It might not seem like it, but we are working. So I don't know if we could just grill things during the time.
Something I've thought about a lot of times is that if we would take the screen out of this window over here.
You could totally walk out there and grill. I've thought that, too.
It wouldn't be that big a deal. I could just roll it around. And I mean, you're going to have to duck down a little bit to get out. But, you know, I don't know if you remember, we've hooked a wireless mic up in here before. And
you're outside?
I've been outside.
I remember that. So, we could grill, but again, we weren't prepared, so we don't have any hamburger meat.
Yeah, well, you know, like that hamburger meat's at least easier to get than an already prepared double cheeseburger. I still like your Steak and Shake idea, though, because I have had success there before. Like, I have gone there and had a cheeseburger for breakfast. But I also, it's such
hit or miss.
Random draw. Yeah, like I'll just go up and they'll have a sign that's like, we'll reopen in an hour. And it's like, what?
They're put your fingers up. They're cleaning in there.
Oh, yeah.
Not really, but
I'm sure that while they take a nap, the place is getting really clean.
Well, this is everybody else's reminder, an early reminder. It's National Double Cheeseburger Day.
And I wish we hadn't. This smoothie tastes like a double cheeseburger. I'm good.
That goat farm is looking more and more likely every day. It's the worst of the Riot.
Now, Nikki, you liked John Wick.
Yes, I did.
Nikki especially likes John Wick because that's a movie that understands how she feels about her dog.
Yes, exactly.
That I feel like at the heart and like right at the core
The heart
of it
is violence, is it? Or if it's just really an important thing.
It's a story about a boy and maybe a girl and her dog. That's just how that works out. So that's something that Nikki just immediately...
I really like the movie. I like the style of it. It was kind of old school, simple. Now, John Wick 2, they pulled that out and made it Hollywood, and I feel like it wasn't as done as well.
I feel like, honestly, I'm not just saying this, I really mean it. I feel like if they failed to impress Nikki with John Wick 2, then how could anyone care?
But
they messed it up.
John Wick 2 was just a placeholder for John Wick 3.
Which they just announced.
Yeah, so I'm not surprised.
That'll be May of 2019.
Oh, why so long?
Well, that's 18 months.
Is John Wick going to be that mad still by then? I mean, that's such a long time.
Well, because remember, in the second movie, he wasn't out for revenge. He was
dragged back in again because of the marker.
Yeah, just when he thought, man, the marker, I couldn't remember what it was called.
That's what it was.
Are you saying with the marker, they drew him back in? And then they colored him?
And now, in just a few short years, we'll get to go on another journey.
Mm-hmm.
That's the movie we saw, John Wick 2, where the lady had the lollipop, the sucker next to me, and
that's right.
I had to switch seats. I had to.
Okay.
Or I was going to go John Wick.
For Valentine's Day, me and Nikki and Erik all went out.
Oh, we had a wonderful time.
With my dad. And
I got a giant pretzel at the movie theater.
Did.
Sitting down, ready to go.
It's so funny. I'm sitting there with my dad on my right and Erik on my left. And about 5 minutes into the movie, Erik and Nikki switch places. And I lean over and I was like, I knew you wanted to sit by me.
It's like, no, well, that was a bonus, but that wasn't the real reason why I left.
Nikki there was a sucker problem.
Oh my gosh, that lady, I was just like, what are you doing? And she was like, maybe 50, 60, and she just was having just a heyday.
I hope she enjoyed that sucker.
Well,
sounded like she was.
I wasn't the only person who was mad. I could tell by body language that the person on the other side was just as mad, but he had nowhere to go. So I was not staying.
Hey,
I thought Erik will just live through that.
That's a problem. When I went to see Power Rangers, which we go to all the good movies.
We do, apparently.
I was in a theater, can you believe this? Full of children.
No, for that movie?
And I hated the assigned seat I got because
of the kids?
I ended up sitting between literally like, I don't know, 2 6-year-olds or something. And I was
How'd you get that one?
Well, because I just bought one seat.
Sure.
And so, like, the moms bought all the seats surrounding me. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a kid. We've all been a kid. But it was just like, I feel weird sitting here with
You feel like a babysitter?
2 strangers, kids. Like, what am I doing? So I got up and moved twice.
Yeah.
And every time I sat somewhere else, it ended up being somebody else's seat. So I finally just went and sat down between the 2 kids, and I was like, high five, guys, what's up?
It's like I'm back. We're watching Power Rangers.
Let's do this.
Oh, well, that was a side conversation that we had, but it was very important just to tell you that that's what we've been through.
Yeah. Well, and John Wick 3, and it gets our chance to go again.
2018?
19.
2019?
19. They got to get busy filming. I don't know. What's Keanu Reeves doing when he's not doing John Wick?
He does other stuff, but I mean, he's not as young as like you think he is. So why are they waiting so long?
Oh, my gosh. I wouldn't want anything to happen to Keanu before I get my 3rd John Wick,
like
okay?
That.
I feel like that.
Not like dying. He's not that old, but to where he would want to be in such an aggressive role.
You don't want him to be unattractive for John Wick 3?
Exactly. No, I don't want him to be like, well, John Wick can't do it as much anymore, so here's John Wick Jr., and they're just bringing in the new young guy.
What?
I don't want Keanu to lose the role.
Okay. You know what? That's fair.
The Riot is now accepting applications for a staff pastry chef. Please drop your resumes and an example of your work at the studio door, and we'll get back to you. Wink, wink. The Riot on Radio U.
Tell him, Nikki.
I'm not telling him anything.
You don't have to tell him the whole, but you got to tell him the part.
Part what? There's nothing to tell.
Right now in this room.
No, there's not anybody else in this room.
There's someone in this room that is now on the wait list. Are you on the wait list to pre-order?
Wait list to pre-order because there's no details yet. So the pre-order, I think what was Nick mentioning, it's out for the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus, and that's today. So you can do that, but the wait list...
But you know what? The 8. Come on.
I I want the 10. And so that is coming soon, but they're not allowing pre-orders of it yet.
All right. So do you know why they had to jump straight to the iPhone X?
What do you mean? For the 10?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because 7, 8, 9.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, well, that would have been worth it to not have it called the iPhone 10. Just because people will make that joke.
I want to sit down with Tim Cook and just be like, Tim, did you see me come in a toga? No.
Let's just come up with something else.
Do you see me fighting in the arena as a gladiator? Do you see me in the vomitorium? No. I'll tell you why, Tim. I'm not a Roman.
We don't need Roman numerals.
So if you're telling me as an American that I'm all of a sudden supposed to be Roman, and when I see X, I'm supposed to say 10, I'm going to have to throw a little sword on the play, Tim, because I'm not a Roman. I'm American.
Yeah.
And when I see an X, I'm calling it an X.
But it's a 10. It's an iPhone 10.
So, Tim, you got a choice. We can either do the 7, 8, 9 joke over and over and over and over again.
Before you start those pre-orders, you can go ahead and change something.
Or you're going to get rid of that pretentious little X and put some numbers out there.
Like any good person would.
Tim, I'm going to give you one more option. You just admit that you always thought calling something extreme was really cool. And you're going to call it the iPhone Extreme. That's why. Go ahead.
I'll let that be between you and him, and I'm not in that conversation.
Oh, me and Tim are going to talk about
it.
We got a conference call later
pre-orders
today.
for that will be upcoming. So I've joined the wait list. I got a new guy.
Pre-orders.
I got a new guy, and we're all good. Right. I'm going to be taken care of.
Now, Nikki, are you a little concerned that maybe he's, sashaying that little... that little chat around to all his little partners.
All the little ladies.
That's what he said. That's what he says to all the ladies.
I hope not.
I can get you on. Hey, what are you doing Friday night? If you hang out with me, I could probably get you on the wait list for the pre-orders.
Okay. Yeah. No, I should be good.
You feel confident about it?
I feel confident about it. And whenever that door opens, I'll be walking through.
So what I want to know is how much you're going to have to pay.
I don't know yet. I don't know yet, and I want to talk about it yet. Because I can't have the smaller storage one. I need the bigger one. Because the smaller one is too small by a little. What he did was cruel, man. They should not have had that storage size. I know, because then they're making you go to way more storage than I would ever need. Mm-hmm. But that's just how it is.
The other thing that kills me is it wouldn't be that hard for them to put a little slot.
I know, just for a little extra storage.
Just put a little expandable memory in there.
It's fine. So the 8 and 8 Plus, if anybody's pre-ordering that, congratulations.
Congratulations, you're beneath Nikki, who's now the Extreme. That's what you guys have to start calling Nikki. Her new nickname is the Extreme.
I don't like that. So I don't think we need to.
The Extreme.
It's 10.
And you have to say it like that.
It's 10.
Nikki.
Just 10.
Do I look Roman?
iPhone 10.
Do I look Roman?
Correct, you're not, but you just have to
Do I have a chiseled chin and chest?
Wait, are you a bro man? Remember the one?
Am I a broman?
That's a UK TV show. It's Broman.
The worst of the riot has no expiration date. It's born spoiled. It's the Riot on Radio U.
So, Nikki, how much do you think you can learn about somebody by looking at what they follow on Twitter?
What they follow on Twitter?
Like who and what they follow, yeah.
I think it gives you a good snapshot at to some of the things they like.
Because here's where I'm at. I had somebody, I'm not going to say who, hit me up for something on Twitter. And a lot of times, if you will say something to me on Twitter, I will click on your profile and read some of your tweets. Just like, okay, who's the kind of person that's talking back to me on Twitter? And I'm not going to say who, but somebody did hit me up on Twitter. And so I clicked over to look at his stuff. And he follows about 400 people on Twitter. And I was scrolling through. He follows you. Yeah. He follows Radio U. He follows Hudson. He doesn't follow me. He follows a lot of bands, like industry stuff, all this kind of stuff. And he also follows a lot of professional cheerleaders.
Oh, really? Well, I can see why he chose Hudson and me then.
I actually, when I was looking at it, I thought, I wonder if he wants people to know about all the models and cheerleaders that he follows. But they're all right there. I don't know. It's just
just
scrolling
struck you as
through.
Funny?
Well, yeah, but it's just funny to see it makes me wonder Who do I follow on Twitter? Like, I wonder. I haven't really paid attention. I follow 340 people on Twitter. And I just added a couple to them because I just met some people. But, like, I now follow Propaganda on
good
Twitter.
Call.
The Last Blockbuster. Do you follow them? They're at Lone Blockbuster. They tweet once a day.
But I feel like you have to go through and clean some out every so often.
Okay.
Because you just forget, like, all the non-active accounts that you're just to wasting space with.
That's probably true. Greg Manchild Owens.
Oh, Manchild. Aww.
One of the best MCs. Radio Free Babylon, MST3K, T Fury. Oh, look, here's one. We can cut this out. Marvel Heroes Omega.
Just get rid of that.
Yeah, we can let that go.
See, you're cleaning out.
I'm already. Here's Nick Deddy. Wolves at the Gate.
Yes,
remember?
Nick.
Here's Ken Bone. Remember Ken Bone? He was the guy that was at the town hall meeting wearing the red sweater.
Why are you following him?
Because
what is this saying about you?
Because he was really funny for a while.
Yeah, but that was forever ago. You know, don't just take that off.
Richard Rohr, Cash Hollis, these are all fine. Micro Center, you know, they don't really tweet a whole lot. Okay.
So then just dump it.
Oh, you want me to just go ahead and get rid of it?
I think so.
All right. I think I followed them to get a discount.
I am 100% certain that you did.
Maddie Montgomery, formerly of For Today. Okay. Here's someone, I don't know who, the chairman of the board at Donato's Pizza. Now that sounds...
You totally must have gotten a coupon for that.
It feels like it, right?
Yeah, it does.
Turnt BB8.
Just start
right,
clearing out.
I'm going to unfollow that one.
Okay. But not the Donato's board guy?
Girl, the chairwoman of the board.
Person?
I went ahead and unfollowed her.
Okay.
Oh, Emo Kylo Ren. They haven't tweeted in a long time.
Just dump it.
That's a great account, Nikki.
But just dump it if they're not tweeting. Why?
All right, fine. How did this get made? I listened to that podcast. Studio Quotes. That's a great one. Have you ever followed Studio Quotes?
No.
Studio Quotes is all stuff that it's a producer that, you know, makes music, and it's just stuff that people have said to him in the studio.
No, that's good.
Oh,
as long as
dude.
you're still doing something.
It's really good.
Now, are we going to read all of your 400?
No, but
Is
you know,
following?
here's the other thing is, like, I realize I'm not, like, I don't look as good as a cheerleader, but how come you follow Hudson and Nikki?
Oh, but not you?
And Radio You, but
Sorry about that. I couldn't tell you why. Most people follow you. You're more entertaining.
What did I do wrong?
There must be something. Or
I
maybe
did.
the person doesn't realize.
No.
They realize?
That was a choice. That was a choice.
Well, sorry about that.
Nikki, I'm going to need you to take some more provocative photos of me later. So, like, if you could just go ahead and this afternoon, like, just kind of...
Oh, man.
That's
not in my job description.
It's just going to be a few hours. The key word
Bring
here
in
is...
the cheerleading outfit.
Tasteful.
Tasteful,
All right?
okay.
Tasteful.
Well, if you want to follow Obadiah Radio U...
On Twitter.
On Twitter.
Or Instagrams.
You're more than welcome to do that.
Sure you can.
Mm-hmm.
The Riot's motto, Carpe Cupcake. Those are words to live by. Radio U.
I see here that, there's a new Blade Runner movie coming out first or second week of October.
I feel like that should be out already.
I kind of agree with you.
Yeah.
But, the trailers are really orange, and orange feels more like an October.
You think so?
So, I mean...
It's more of a fall trailer.
It just feels like a fall color to me, kind of like the Oreos we'll be eating later. Though, in fairness, apple pie feels more summer. But you know what?
That's all year long.
It's fine. It's fine. They just announced that it's getting a short anime that is going to fill in the gaps. It's directed by the guy that directed Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo.
Yeah, I used to like that show.
Yeah.
They were saying that it's what's it been edited out? Kind of like some of the edited clips to fill in the blanks, though. Instead of having it in the movie, they're putting them ahead.
Oh, okay. It's going to be, I hope it's subtitled. They said it's going to be on Sony Pictures Japan's YouTube channel, September 26th.
We're going to need help with that one.
Please subtitle it so we can watch it. The one thing I got to throw in here is, I am looking forward to a new Blade Runner movie, and I like the original movie, but they talk about it like it's a movie everyone's seen and everyone loved. I can tell you right now, Blade Runner's not for everybody. There are a lot
It's not some light movie with light topics and just, a nice trip to the movies, something fun.
It is not an action-adventure film where Harrison Ford and his swashbuckling grin makes its way through a shiny, happy L.A. landscape hunting.
I assume the upcoming one will not be either, so it's not some light thing.
Blade Runner's a brutal tale of killing these androids that really, we're supposed to see ourselves in them, because what we're seeing there is they just want to live. They don't want to die. And we've got cops that are there to hunt them down and kill them. Like, it is a brutal
it's intense.
Story. And I just love how everyone's talking about it like it's just, it's fun, It's going to be great. Dave Bautista's in this one. So, like Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy. He's funny.
Ryan Gosling as well.
Yeah.
So they're like, yeah, him.
Hey, girl.
Ryan Gosling's you're going to love it.
Hey, girl. You want to get in my flying car with me?
All the while you're sitting in the movie like, what is this?
You want to help me hunt some androids? They look just like us. So sometimes, if you ever retired a human by mistake.
The trailer looks amazing.
Oh, it is probably.
But I think I'll pass.
I feel like the trailer is the best looking thing I've seen all year.
Sure.
And I'm not exaggerating. The images are amazing. They're just amazing. But again, I feel like we're all getting super smiley and chummy about it. And it's like, hey guys, I just want to let you know, it might not be what you think it is. Just.
They're like, turn that frown upside down. It's like, nope, turn that smile upside down.
That's right.
It's intense.
We're going to make you frown.
Let's take all of the most mind-numbing things the Riot has ever said and play them again.
It's a stupid idea, but I love it.
It's the Riot on Radio U. The Riot. Food Fight.
So I grabbed the wrong Oreos at first. That's how we're in a position now where it's possible to grab the wrong Oreos.
So if you go to Radio U Riot on YouTube or Facebook, we posted yesterday a Riot Skips Work. We spent some time at a local store to grab a collection of pumpkin spice items for an upcoming Riot food fight. We thought we'd do like a look at some of the limited selection for this fall. But while we were there, we finally found the apple pie Oreos.
Yeah, and I believe, now Nikki said a local store, but I think these might be a Target exclusive.
Yes.
So
well,
we
now
might have
you know
to
where
say
we
it.
were.
Yeah. Oh man, the smell is so good. Like, it's so good.
Oh, that is nice. So is this a graham cracker sort of cookie?
It is. It's a graham cookie, not to be mistaken for their vanilla wafer cookies.
With a apple pie limited edition flavoring on the inside.
Okay, I know I'm being ridiculous, but good Lord, they smell so...
Are you a pie person?
I love apple pies.
Yeah.
Especially if you get... I've got a friend of mine that she will actually pick, this is crazy, she will go pick apples and bake a fresh pie with fresh picked apples.
Well, this is not that.
It's not going to be that.
This is not going to be that because there's artificial all over this packaging.
But that's to die for, I can tell you that.
So, apple pie Oreos with the graham cracker cookie.
Angela says they're not a Target exclusive.
They're not?
She just texted them.
All right.
Okay.
I guess I don't really get too strong of an apple flavor. Maybe
It's there. Wait for it.
It kicks in a little.
There's a strong spice kind of flavor to it. And then
at first, though, I get more of the graham cracker cookie sort of taste with it.
I think it's very good. Even if it's not, you're right, it's not super apple-y.
It's not very strong, but it's delicious. Very good.
All right, maybe we need to...
You need a second one? Do you need a second opinion?
We got to open it up and get, just a filling taste.
Okay, give it a try. See if it's more apple-y that way.
You know, let the palate clear just a second.
Oh, gosh. What did we eat yesterday for our Riot food fight? Didn't we do one yesterday?
We did.
Didn't we eat something? What did we eat?
I'm focusing on this. Hang on. Yeah, a lot of spice.
Yeah.
Some cinnamon.
But not as much
Not
apple.
a lot of apple in there, but it's still, let me be clear, I think it's spectacular.
You like it?
I do. Yesterday, what
did we eat for our Riot food fight? Does anybody remember?
No, it was those Oreo big cup.
Oh, the Reese's. The Reese's.
Oh, not Oreo. Sorry, to me, everything's Oreo now.
The Reese's, the Cookie Crunch big cup Oreo thing.
Man, lock me in a room with these and just throw away
Are you taking these home then? You should
share
then.
'em.
You can share a little, but you don't have to share all of them.
Boy, what? So you're not really into them because you're a big Oreo fan, but I don't see you.
Nah, like I would not go for a second one.
Really?
I don't know. They're not bad, and I appreciate they're not as artificially tasting. You know, like at the end of most Oreos, you get the real kick of artificial stuff. They're not that bad, but it's just not something I'm loving like you are over there.
I think it's so good. I mean,
You want a second one?
No, I'm
you want
on
to rub
two.
it all over
I've
your
had
face?
two.
Oh, that was
That's
two
that one I opened up to get just the icing. That was my second Oreo.
Yeah, I didn't know you really are liking those.
Oh, let me have a little.
All right, so that's your Riot food fight for
Little
the
coffee with that. Come
apple
on.
pie Oreo. Next week, we should have a lot more of the pumpkin spice flavored stuff. So make sure you stay again updated to Radio U Riot on Facebook and YouTube, and we'll do a live event with that next week.
And we'll actually end up probably having two because I'm not going to say what, but Hudson's going to join us on Monday, and he's got just a spectacular idea.
Yes, he does.
I think it's going to be terrible, but it's a great idea.
Well, it's him, though, so if it's a terrible idea,
We just blame him.
it's just his fault then.
Yeah. Well, I'm comfortable with blaming Hudson. Hashtag blame Hudson.
Worst of the riot, not enough? Not enough. Check the blog and all things Riot at riot.radiou.com.
So it was announced yesterday that Nikki and I now really have something to be excited about. Like, we've been excited about things before, but now we're in a position to experience pure, unadulterated excitement that covers all of the excitements and the excitings. Is everybody ready to get excited? I don't think you're ready enough to get excited.
Get ready.
Okay, because this is big, big news.
You've got a lot of build up here.
Well, I just want to make sure that everybody's ready for it because as of yesterday, it has been announced that we are going to be able to attend the Olympics.
Yes!
In 2028.
Oh.
So
Wait, we'll be alive, yeah.
I mean, we think so.
We hope so.
We got 11 years, Nikki, to get ready for the LA Olympics.
Yes! LA! LA! USA! USA! There we go.
USLA.
I like just going to LA when the Olympics are not there. So
I think going to LA during the Olympics is the worst idea.
because anybody who's been to LA, it already has enough traffic and enough problems as it is.
Yep.
So, oh well.
Yep. So Paris is going to get the Wee Olympics in 2024.
That's a good noise. That's a good sound.
And then in 2028, the Olympic Games are going to LA. So, yes.
Good.
Man, I'm
When's the
ready to
next
trade
one?
some pins, and I got the fever.
Do people do pins still for the Olympics? I've
I
only
don't
ever
know.
seen that on a Simpsons episode.
Where
But,
do you think I got it?
It's from that. It's from nothing real.
So I just assume that it's real.
I've never been to the Olympics anywhere.
Yeah. You know what? There are many experiences I'd like to have in my life that I
Like a
haven't
bucket
had.
list sort of thing?
That's not on the list.
I went to Whistler when they were building everything before the Olympics.
Right.
But not enough to be anywhere near when they were going on.
You know what? I hate crowds. Like big crowds. If it's a crowd, like, it's a crowd, but whatever. But, when you're a crowd and like, there's 1 million people here, it's like, okay, I'm ready to go home now.
Well, I wonder how many people go to an Olympics.
Lots.
Yeah?
Because, Nikki, they come from all over the world. This is the world stage.
Don't be the PR department telling me that. I want to know numbers, like real numbers.
Well, you know what? Why don't we see what Google has to say?
And I'm curious how
many
LA will treat it.
people attended the Olympics?
Because I'm
Put that
curious
in.
with LA, like if you go back and look, I'm not saying, but I am, like the corruption level with the Olympics is astronomical. But I'm wondering how LA will treat that of like building new stadiums and then, they don't use them anymore after the Olympics. Like you can't just do that in LA. So I'm wondering how that all goes.
Well, you know what? I don't have an attendance number, but I can tell you that the 2016 Olympics cost $11.5 billion to hold.
Crazy.
7.1 of those billion went into just infrastructure, building 37 venues throughout Rio.
Which are just used for a couple of things, and then that's it. They're just left.
Okay, here we go. 10,500 athletes.
Yeah.
That's just athletes. Then you had 500,000 foreign visitors in Rio.
Is that like press or...
Just basically just anybody from outside the country coming in for the Olympics. 500,000. So you figure in the United States, I'm going to guess that number is going to be larger.
Because we're all closer. So
Yes.
maybe more people would go.
A larger... Well, I don't know. I don't know. You know what? I really don't. But I'm going to speculate that the Olympics will be a little bit larger. So I don't know. The one thing I do know is that, maybe we will find like stuff floating in the water so they can't swim. I don't know. Like, will China be featuring stories about how terrible the water is in LA?
I don't think it'll be that bad.
Not as bad
as some previous ones.
Maybe.
Starting your day with the worst of the riot is a great idea because it's guaranteed to get better from here. It's The Riot on Radio U.
So, of course, if you missed it, Nikki and I yesterday went shopping and the cameras were rolling.
We went looking for pumpkin spice items. The only thing I still want to get for next week's Riot Food Fights, because we'll try to get through the pumpkin ones, I would like to try to find the Pumpkin Life cereal.
Yes, okay.
So if anybody sees that, let me know.
Okay. Nikki said we had to try it Nikki style, which is letting it soak for an hour in milk and then eating it.
Whereas you don't like any milk on it,
no.
and so we're going to try both ways.
No.
We'll see what we like.
Okay. So let's see here. The one thing that we're not going to find, because I got all excited about it and only to find out that this is something that's only available in Japan. Pepsi has a Halloween cola flavored item in Japan.
It looks like the cherry blossom cola.
It does.
That Pepsi offers during the springtime, but packaged with Halloween stuff.
It's just called Pepsi Halloween Cola.
What's the flavor, though?
Strawberry.
Strawberry. Scary strawberry.
It should be. I mean, obviously.
They got to add something Halloween to it.
But looking at it, I feel like this is an item that is way too on the nose to be released in America.
Here?
Yes. I don't feel like you could release Halloween soda. People would be like, what?
You know, if you go back a couple of years, someone probably would have told Oreo that, and now we're just crazy with flavors and they won't stop and we can't keep track.
That's not what I mean. Like, of course, you're absolutely right about that.
I feel like Pepsi could try it and people might like it.
I don't think you could get away with calling it Pepsi Halloween Cola. Like, it's got ghosts and little pumpkins and like all this stuff on it. I feel like here, the one thing we refuse to do in the United States is to actually call out a holiday
what it is.
You never do this. So it would be like Pepsi Costume Cola.
It'd be the fall festival drink.
Fall festival soda.
Yeah.
Or something like that. They would never name it after an actual holiday.
Because marketing is too big. Marketing needs to be for a season, not for one specific holiday.
Yeah.
So like for Christmas, you don't get Christmas stuff. You get the whole holiday from like October to January. So they try to make sure they have a larger window.
Yeah, well, I just feel like it's a little too on the nose, and yet I still want to drink it.
So if you're in Japan and you see is it Pepsi or Coke?
It's Pepsi.
Pepsi. Wow.
Well, and it makes you want to know, like, what is the Coca-Cola equivalent? Because it will obviously be better.
So, yeah, for the Pepsi Halloween strawberry flavor, which is, though, only in Japan.
Yes. And then, of course, next week, there's going to be actually a couple of Riot Live events that are going to happen on Facebook during the show. So you want to make sure that you're following us, Radio U and Radio U Riot on Facebook, because we are going to be, we got a stack of stuff to eat. And then Hudson's coming in Monday morning with something to drink.
Why don't you tell them what they're doing?
What,
I think
Hudson
you should say
doing?
it, yeah.
Well, I don't want anybody to steal our amazing idea.
Oh, you want to wait till Monday?
Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take Coke and coffee and make a French press.
So Coke in Japan came out with Coca-Cola coffee.
Yep.
But we don't have that either here in the United States. So you're going to make your own.
Yes, we are.
It's
that is all Hudson's
DIY.
idea. He came in yesterday and he was like, hey, we should make Coke coffee.
So we are going to make a new series called Riot DIY.
DIY.
And that's what this is going to be, the very first one.
Riot DIY.
We got everything for you.
Don't you worry. We got it covered.
You're like, next time you wonder, how can I make a Coca-Cola coffee? We have a video for you to show you how to do it.
We're going to show you.
The Riot is the radio equivalent of Taco Bell meat. Radio U.
You know, I've stayed quiet about it, but I think it's time to bring it out.
It's too much, isn't it?
Here's the thing. You guys know Erik and Nikki are married, right? Well, now, this is what the thing is. Like, I feel like Erik has really won at life, because here's what he's done. He moved out. He got married. He lives with his wife. Like, that's, you know what that is? That is, in American terms, like, that's success. Like, you've won. So he has a job. He lives with his wife, and Nikki, the same for you. You moved out, you got married, you live with your husband, you got a job, you're both living on your own.
That's how it is.
Erik's parents have moved in with Erik and Nikki while they are building a house.
Yes.
So for like the next 5 or 6 months, they're going to live with you. But Nikki gets up early,
By
squints
myself.
through the darkness,
Yes.
but Erik keeps coming in here like, I got up this morning, my mom made me breakfast.
It's like-
and it's not, the thing is, it's not like she put a Pop-Tart in the toaster. That
He's
is
getting an actual
eggs.
breakfast.
He's got eggs,
Yeah,
toast. Did
I
I
know.
see potatoes?
I think you saw home fries. Is there bacon?
Hey, what is that, bacon?
Yes.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding? That is home fries, bacon, eggs, and toast. And Eric's like, yeah, I already ate some of the eggs.
You know, I forgot to make my breakfast smoothie last night because I have so little time that I had to have 2 pieces of bread and some lunch meat because there was nothing else this morning. I didn't get a breakfast. I don't get that.
I also drank a smoothie this morning that I got to tell you,
Seems off, doesn't it?
doesn't seem like Erik and I are having the same experiences right now. And I feel like I understand. He comes in here like, hey, guys. He's smiling, just walking in. Like, what?
Just fine.
Well, here's my thing is like, okay, what would it take to, I don't know, get her to stop on by the studio?
To make one. You always talked about how nice it'd be if any interning chefs or someone who just wants experience
Okay.
wants to come
All right.
in and perhaps bring in a hot plate or like make a little omelet station or something here in the studio. You can practice and we'll eat your food.
What if we talked to her think about this? Were you ever on a sports team and they had like a team mom or
Yes,
a team dad?
and they would
All
do
right.
the things. Yeah.
What if Erik's mom became the team mom?
That would be
And
nice.
she swung by to make breakfast, had a little something ready for lunch, and let's not forget a snack in the afternoon because after school I'm hungry.
And dinner as well, and just all the stuff.
I'll give her a pass on dinner.
Oh, dinner.
It's
You'll
fine.
do that.
I'll take care of that.
Well, it's nice seeing all the pictures, you know.
He comes in, hey, did you see my breakfast? Not that he's bragging. It's fine.
No, I think he is.
This was the worst of the riots, and we'd like to congratulate you on having the stomach to stick around to the very end. The riot exists because Radio U exists, and Radio U only exists because of your support. Find out more and give now at radiou.com/donate.
I blacked out. I woke up, half the fries were gone.